When you are trapped in debt and struggling financially, you also do not think straight. Okay, so your ability to think is affected. Remember, we have said everything you do is a product of your thoughts. Now, if your ability to think straight is affected, that means then you cannot be able to come up with productive thoughts. You can't be able to come up with thoughts that will give you solutions to your issues, right? Your mind begins to waste away. Okay, so you cannot generate thoughts that are straight. You cannot be able to figure out things. Okay, if you are a leader, when you are trapped in debt and struggling financially, your followers will be coming to you and asking for direction, but you cannot give because you can't process, you can't come up with ideas. Okay, so they come to you and they ask you, boss, what do we do here? And you also ask them, "Nyi mnaonaje?" Okay, it's not that you're empowering them to think. Someone might think you're empowering them to also think of solutions, but the truth is your mind is not in a position to give solutions. And when you're trapped in debt, your creativity is also affected. Okay, your creativity. And you see, we all have a chance to be creative, to come up with new things, new ideas, to think about new ways of doing things, new ways of solving problems. But when you're trapped in debt, your creativity is affected in a very big way. Your creativity is affected. Now, you realize that if you're faced with a problem and you're supposed to be creative around it, to think a way out, many times you will find yourself stranded. Many times people will get you staring in space, right? And your mind is blank. You really would want to think, but you can't. Okay, and so you can't be creative. So you will still be relying on old ways of doing things, and those old ways of doing things might be outdated, right? They may not be applicable to the problems you're facing today. And when you're trapped in debt, you are also constantly absent-minded. Absent-minded. Okay, you are never present. We only see you physically, but mentally you are lost. You are not there, and that's a dangerous thing. Okay, that's why sometimes on the road you see people crossing the road, vehicles are hooting at them, but they can't hear. Okay, because they are lost in thoughts. They are thinking about what they will tell the landlord, what they will tell the other people they owe money. Pressure is coming. They promised people that they will do something today. The day is coming to an end. They haven't seen a miracle happening around them, and so they get lost in thoughts. And you will be hooting at them, but they can't hear. Right? Many of them have actually been knocked down by vehicles because of being absent-minded, and that's a very, very dangerous thing. Now, absent-mindedness will also affect people even at home. It has affected marriages in a very big way. People who are struggling financially, they will be at home physically, right? But they are not there. Their presence cannot be felt. If you are a parent, your children are talking to you, but you can't hear them. They are calling you, daddy, daddy, mommy, mommy, and they can't hear you because you are not there. You are lost in thoughts. You see, when I speak about parenting, I will tell you that children want your presence more than your presence. In worse situations, then we get to what has been called mental illness. Okay, where people then begin to sink into situations that require them now to seek for medical help. Okay, because people have sunk into stress, have sunk into depression, and now they need medical attention. Okay, and there will be very many things that will begin to show at this particular stage. This is where you'll start hearing things like anxiety disorders.